So this may be kind of nerdy, but clean out the wood stove in the barn. I mean the ash, that can go on the garden. The bigger chunks coming out of there, they can go on the egg. So, I mean, everything continually gets reused the best we can. I don't know if last time you bought a bag of green egg charcoal, but that's not cheap. So that adds up. It's the third Saturday in a row. Wake up to a little snow. That's very uncommon for around here. So we'll take it. Yeah, first time you walk in the barn after you got it cleaned up. Oh, that feels so good. Ready to go to work now. Hello everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Acres. I'm Jason.
I'm Kara.
This is going to be the second video we do in 2022. We're up here in the barn today.
It's freezing cold.
It's cold. I showed you in the little intro.
Ooh, thankfully we're by the fire.
This is the third Saturday in a row we've woken up to snow on the ground, which is unusual for us.
I think it's the most snow days I've seen since I lived here, which has been 16 years. But yeah, I don't remember having 3 weekends in a row with snow.
I remember some bigger ones, but it was back in the day. I remember the ice storm back in like '01, and not that this is anything torrential by any means.
But just the frequency,
yeah.
Like 3 weekends in a row waking up to snow, that has not happened.
Today feels the coldest though, so far of all the weekends. So
yeah.
I don't know, I mean, we got a couple days up here. The two main items we want to do is get ready to put lights on the front of the barn. Mm-hmm. So I did a quick video just showing where we're going to put those. We've got 3 total, and we're going to go over at the top of each window.
Yeah, it's going to look really nice. Probably a bit overdue, I think.
So as mentioned, one of the other items, and we'll probably get started on prep work for this weekend, is we're going to replace this motion sensor light. Miss Kara has a very nice ornamental light that protrudes out and will create some downlight, especially when it's Christmas time. We have our wreaths up. Our neighbors just put in a barn, and they had a downlight that we're basically trying to copy because it looks really good. So we're going to do one up there, one over each of the low windows for a total of 3. So we think that'll really dress things up. I mean, you can see the barn from the house every day, so we want it to look as good as possible. So other items that we'll do, I've had an antenna set up in here just for the TV. I'll get that permanently mounted. I think we'll get new flags, new Clemson flag, new American flag. This door on the right-hand side needs to be trimmed on the bottom just so it slides a little easier, and just really kind of dress up the front of the barn since we do see it all the time. So that's like I said, we'll probably get started on that this weekend, but that is a priority for 2022 as well.
If you're hearing those popping noises, I think it's ice on the roof that's melting and cracking. Keep looking up.
Well, it's twofold right now. The sun's going over top of it, and then we got the fire going underneath, so it's getting attacked from all angles. But no, we put the wreaths on the barn during Christmas. And then our neighbors just built a small barn, and they have a really cool copper light shines down on their wreath on the door, so it looks really cool. So we're kind of stealing that idea and doing 3 on ours. So I think it'll look good. They'll be on timers as well, so that should be cool. The second thing we need to get done this weekend is we had a water line break to one of our hose bibs on the side of the barn, and it's underneath the deck that we built for outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, so the boards are kind of squishy and need to be torn out and replaced, and we need to see if it's The plumber thought it might just be clogged, but I find it odd timing that it, started going off at the first snow. So I don't know if I agree with him. I think maybe something froze and broke. It's supposed to be below the frost line, and it doesn't really freeze hard here, so who knows. But we're gonna take up those deck boards and look under there and see what we find and get that fixed.
So the extent of the demo is kind of to be determined. I think we're kind of hoping just to pull a few deck boards up, dig down to where that is. I think we had them put at 16, 18 inches. We don't have a deep frost line here.
Well, we used to use that area before we had the house as our actual wash area. There's an outdoor shower you'll see, and the sink, and we don't really use it that much anymore, and the table's falling apart, so that needs to go. So it's kind of dual purpose. We've been putting off getting that sink and wash station out of there, so we need to get that out of there, get that whole area cleaned up, and figure out what the heck is wrong with our water line so that we can get that fixed.
I think it's an opportunity for us as well to redesign that area. I mean, it was functional then when we were coming out here every other weekend.
Oh, we use it differently now.
Yeah, it's going to be different now. So maybe we look at, the paintbrush wash sink.
Which is probably the most frequent thing we need water for. We end up taking brushes, stain brushes and buckets down to the garage. It would be nicer if it was here.
We do use the back area as kind of a wash station for equipment as well. So I'm kind of thinking maybe a retractable hose or something like that to wash things. So
that would be nice.
Yeah, we'll see. But we need to get the water line fixed first.
And I'm excited to demo stuff, but Jason said that it's like a little anticlimactic because it's going to go pretty fast, but I just want to demo something.
I think it's taking out like 5 boards to start with.
The table! I can rip the table out.
That thing's already rotted and fallen out, so that'll...
Don't steal my joy.
I will not steal your joy. Enjoy the 5 minutes of demo that we have.
I will.
So thanks for y'all being here. Come along, and we're gonna call this Barn Prep 2022.
There you go.
Here we go.
So we are super excited. Our lights came in to hang on the barn. We have one little motion light over the high center window, but it is kind of annoying, and it's not very pretty, not very decorative. So we got these really awesome copper lights. So we have 2 14-inch diameter ones to go over the lower windows, and then a 17-inch diameter one to go over the upper window. There's a little bigger space there. They're real copper, so they will patina over time, and I think they look cool as they are, but I think they're going to even look even that much better as they age. And we have these nice little black elbows to hang them by. I just did some internet searching to try and find something that I liked, and there was probably, I don't know, 10 websites that had these, and the cost for all 3 of them with the elbows, I don't know if that's an elbow, whatever the extension arm, was going to be around $1,200, $1,300. And then somehow I found another website that we got them for less than $900. So if you find something you like, don't necessarily pull the trigger right away to take that item code and put it in your search bar, and you may find it for less money. So super happy. We were trying to stay under $1,000, so we did. And yeah, we're gonna get ready making some mounting plates to get these up on the barn. But yeah, we had wreaths out for Christmas. You couldn't really see them. We thought this is gonna look really cool for Christmas decorations and just just on an everyday basis to look at, but then we'll be able to light up our decorations at Christmas as well. That's kind of how the idea started, actually.
And I mean, when we get these mounted or wired up, we're gonna have a timer on them.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fun, because different times of the year, I mean, if it's Christmas time, obviously you want it to fire up, 5 to
6 o'clock.
to 7, 8 o'clock at night. And
if
then the
it's
summer,
summer,
you may want it to come on at like 9 to 11 or something like that. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a super cool decorative item
Feature.
for us. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be a nice feature. So yeah, excited for that to get done. So electrician is coming a week from Monday, I think, or a week
so.
from Tuesday. So we're gonna get everything prepped, and then they'll be installed pretty shortly. So
So to install the, I showed you these boxes a second ago, but to install these, if you want to take a measurement, just want to get an approximation because we want this lip
Above the window.
to be above the window. So center of box, you can just step around there, measure from center of the,
So center looks about to be 7.5 inches high, and I probably still want this to be a couple inches above the window. Say 2.5, maybe just go 10.
so let's eyeball 10, and this will be on both
Both sides.
the short sides.
And we need to make sure because there's, not a huge clearance above it to the roof. So we need to make sure we're good with our clearance too. So let me measure how.
Come to this side. All right. Either way.
Well, I wanted to get to the top of the elbow too. So this one is not a whole lot higher. It's more like 8.
Okay.
So that'd be similar, but come back here for a minute if you don't mind. I want to see how high this goes. So we're going to be at about 14 inches plus another 2.5, 16.5. So I think we'll have plenty of clearance for that, but we just need to check for these low ones. The big ones, no problem.
So we're going to eyeball 10 inches and then possibly go another inch higher
Half.
in the center.
Yeah, and that may be higher because there's just more space there.
It'll
it may
look a
look
little-
better if it's a little higher,
So maybe even look at like 10 inches and 12 inches, but
something like that.
we'll
Yeah.
see when we get outside. So that's
Yep.
a good start point.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right.
So for all the times that we do things that are not safe out here that would never pass OSHA, we're going to do the right thing today and torch this little bit of concrete here before one of us falls and busts our butt. This does not happen every day. I'm like, man, if I had a 4-inch hole saw, it'd be perfect to set these electrical boxes. And I got one in the drawer, brand new in the box.
That
Perfect.
you did not know you had.
I did not know I had it, so I was afraid I may have to cut these out with a jigsaw and do a perfect circle, but now I don't.
So Miss Kara got up here today and got the staining done on these guys. That looks really good. That'll blend in nice. So we are ready for lights to be hung. So we had to wrap it up a little early this weekend. Had to take care of some other things, but got that done, ready for lights to be hung on the front of the barn. And we'll get at some of these other activities probably starting next week. So thanks for joining us at Sunshine Acres. Please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, tell your mama, tell your friends. We'll see you on the next one.